Lewis Hamilton's theory has been disproven ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix this weekend. Pirelli chief Simone Barra has argued against Lewis Hamilton's theory that the current crop of F1 tyres are peaky after the Mercedes star labelled the modern generation of rubber as his least favourite. Hamilton expressed his frustrations with F1's current tyres after the Miami Grand Prix, citing their minor operating window as the biggest annoyance. As things stand, drivers have to work extremely hard, particularly during qualifying, to avoid overheating the rubber, as when this happens, it is impossible to bring them back into the ideal temperature range. Honestly, it's probably the most frustrating thing, Hamilton complained. You look back in the day when you had a much bigger working window to work with. Then you can just optimize the balance and then just have good grip throughout the whole lap. This is definitely my least favorite. In response to these claims, Barra hit back. Every tire has a peak at some point and the operating window is always just a definition. We take a certain percentage of grip loss to define the window. I think even in the past it was the same. But probably it was less critical because the level of detail that we have at the moment is quite significant. That's why now everything is highlighted and important. In the past, 15 to 20 years ago, you had cars or drivers even divided by half a second or 7/10 of a second, so it was not so narrow. But the fight now is completely different, and even 1/10 of a second makes a great difference. The tires will be the least of Hamilton's worries when he heads out onto the tarmac at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve this weekend. The 7-time world champion is languishing down in 8th place in the Drivers' Championship standings after 8 races as Mercedes continued to struggle relative to the top 3 teams. Hamilton was less than enthused about the upcoming Canadian Grand Prix when questioned after his P7 finish in Monaco. "I'm excited to go to Canada," he said to Sky Sports F1, before adding, "I wouldn't say I'm excited about the prospect of racing there.